Hi, my dear students. A very warm welcome in this beautiful session of dance. Right? I'm Mehli Shen, and very warm welcome to all of my dear friends. See, first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of tense. Okay, tense defines the time of every moment. It may be in present, it may be in past, it may be in future. So, what is the meaning of time? Time means what is going on with respect to that. Fine. So, in whole English grammar, the tense defines by two basic quantities. One is who is doing a work, and another is with respect to what time a man can do a piece of work. So, first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of person, and after that we have to know what is the meaning of bhav. If we know basic two things, we can easily describe what is the meaning of tense. Fine. So in our whole class we'll be going by this way. Just like, first of all, friends, we have to know what is the meaning of persons. There are three types of persons: first person, second person, third person. Okay. First person means what? I. Okay. I am teaching you. I'm first person. Second person, you were listening to me. Second person. Third person means except I and you. The rest of the other is called second or third person. Fine. Okay. So we can easily elaborate that I, first person, you, second person, we, first person, you also second person, third person, he, she. Okay, they. Okay, fine. Now, friends, we have to know what is the meaning of bharv. Bharv means nothing but it describes the action. Okay, some actions we can see, and some actions we just feel. Just like the air is blowing, we just feel it, we can't see. Okay, and I'm dancing. If I'm dancing, you have to see. If I'm singing, you have to listen. Okay, so that is called what? It is called action. It's visible. Okay, fine. So now, friends, first of all, we have to know there are three types of tenses. That is present, past, future. Okay, so present tense means what? What is going on right now? That is called present tense. What is the meaning of past tense? What had happened? That is called past. What is the meaning of future tense? Future tense means what will be going on. That is called future tense. So, in the whole criteria of tense, if we assume that tense is our grandfather, okay, the three siblings are who? Present, past, future. Fine. And present, past, future, these three siblings has each of four children. That is called simple past, present continuous, present perfect continuous. If we go through in the past, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. If we go through in the future, then we have to write simple future or future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous. All are good. Okay, fine. So now we have to see, my dear friends, what is the meaning of bhav and what kind of bhavs we have. Fine. See, there are basically two types of bhav. One is called main bhav, another is called helping bhav. Fine. Helping bhav is what? Just like we just help our father, okay, our mother. that is called helping verb. And main verb, yes, our guardian is our what? Main verb. Just like the form of verb, just like this way, if you elaborate it, that is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. There are 5 types of forms, just like our life. Okay, just like our life. If we assume our life V1, just like we born, just like a baby, V1. V2, we are child. V3, adolescents. V4, young. V5, just like this way. So if we take one verb, that is called go. Fine. In the second form of go, it should be went. In the third form of go, go, went, gone. In the fourth form, that is called going. In the fifth form, what? Fifth form, V5, always taken as V1 plus S or yes. Now question arises when we put S and when we put yes with the verb. See, whenever we have one vowel in the last letter of a verb, that is, if I say that go, G-O, okay, vowel, there are 5 vowels, the whole alphabet, okay, A-E-I-O-U. So if I take a go, G-O, okay, so go, vowel is there, so we should put E-S as our V5. If I take play, okay, play, P-L-A-Y, play, Y is there, Y is a constant, okay, fine. So in a constant, if we take V5, then we should put plays, S, just come ahead with S, fine. So now we have to understand that this V1, V2, V3. If we know the verb, the forms of the verb of V1, V2, V3, then we obviously get the rest of the 2 others. How? See, V4 means what? V4 means V1 plus ing. Okay. So if I know that V1, we should find the value of V4. How? V1 plus ing. Go plus ing is equal to going. Going should be our what? Going should be our V4. Very nice. After that, V5, yes, of course. If we know V1, then we, of course, choose V1 plus S or yes. That is called goes. Fine, clear to all of you, I think. So next, after this completion of the whole verb criteria, just overview, it is just an overview, okay? We go through what is the meaning of present tense. Present tense, there are 4 children of present tense. What are they? First is called what? Simple present or present indefinite tense. Then what? Present continuous. Then present perfect. Then present perfect continuous. So if we take present simple or simple present or present indefinite tense, so what should we go through? First of all, we have to make one sentence. What is this? See, to make one sentence, we need subject, we need verb, we need object or other words. Okay. So if I take one subject, I go to school. He goes to school. They go to school. I play cricket. Ram plays cricket. Just like this way, if we elaborate this whole thing, that is called present indefinite tense. So we have to know that the structure of this tense. Fine. So friends, if we take subject plus V1 or V5 plus object or other words, then the whole structure will be called present indefinite tense. Okay, fine. So whenever we put V1 or whenever we put V5, it depends on the subject. If our subject is singular, then verb should be singular. It is the fundamental rule of subject-verb agreement. If our subject is plural, then verb should be plural. It is also a rule of subject-verb agreement. Now question arises, when we take our subject as a singular, when we take our subject as a plural. It is depending on the structure of the subject. Fine? Okay. Now, if I take I, yes, I is singular. We is plural. So with we should put in auxiliary basis are, where, have. Okay. In the main verb basis, we play. But if we take he, then we should put he plays. If we take they play. But if I take I, with I, we always put play. It is an exception case. If we take I, we take always have. Similarly, if we take we also put have. Okay. See, so this is the fundamental structure of present indefinite tense. Now, in the present indefinite tense, we described it. So, what should be past indefinite tense, friends? You always relate to present to past, past to future. Always relate. See, in the past indefinite tense, if you take subject plus V2, V2 means second form of the verb. If we take go in the first form, then we take went in the second form. Fine. So if I take subject plus V2 plus object or other words, then that is called what? That is called the structure of past indefinite tense. Structure of past indefinite tense. Now, if we take the auxiliary verbs, we always put was, were. Okay. Now, in the future indefinite tense. In the future indefinite tense, my dear friends, you just see, always we take what? In the future tense, we always take auxiliary verb as a modal verb, shall, will. So, question arises when we put shall and when we put will. Fine. See, when we put will, when we put shall with I, that is a question. Both are correct, friends. Both are correct, but it depends on the situation. If I take I will do it, okay, as a sentence. If I take I shall do it as a sentence, both are correct in different phenomena. So what are the phenomena? First of all, I will do it and I shall do it. If I say yes, I shall do it, আমি এটা করতে পারবো, मैं कर लूंगी. If I say that I will do it, मैं जरूर करूंगी, এটা আমি করবই. That is, it should emphasize the whole sentence. That is called I will and I shall. Both are correct. Fine. So now, in the future indefinite tense, you have to put subject plus shall, will plus V1 plus object. Okay. Now, if I take one sentence, I shall play cricket. I will play cricket. I shall play cricket. मैं cricket खेलूंगी. আমি cricket খেলবো. I will play cricket. আমি cricket খেলবোই. That should be emphasized. Fine. Okay. Now, in our next slide, you just see there is auxiliary verb and am is, are, have is, has, do, does, did, where, will, can, could, must. Those are auxiliary verbs. See, there are two types of auxiliary verbs. One is modal auxiliary and one is primary auxiliary. The amalgamation of modal and auxiliary verb, the slide has been produced. Okay, fine. Next, just we taught earlier, that is simple present tense. Okay, fine. It is past tense. Fine. It is future tense. So now we taught what? Simple past, simple present, simple future. Now, friends, we go to the continuous. Continuous is just like what is going on right now. That is called continuous tense. So I'm playing a song. I'm singing a song. I'm dancing. I'm teaching. The whole phenomenon is called what is going on. That is called continuous. It may be in present. It may be in past. It may be in future. So if we take in the present, yes, I'm teaching you. Okay. You are listening to me. Fine. Now question arises. Whenever we think that nearer future, what is going on in the future? What will be going on just fraction of second or tomorrow or just 5 years ahead? That is also indicated by present continuous tense. If I take, I am going to Allahabad tonight. So tonight, if it is morning, tonight is just ahead of the morning. Fine. So if I say that I am going to Allahabad tonight, that is also indication of nearer future. At that moment, we use what? Present continuous tense. Fine. Okay. So the structure of this present continuous tense, just like this way. You have one subject, our auxiliary verb is what? Am, is, are, was, were, our auxiliary verb. Yes, we have to take in the context of present continuous, am, is, are. Just take it away. Yes. What is our subject? It may be first person, second person, third person. Okay, we just take it away. Plus, what should be our auxiliary verb? Am is are in the present tense. Next, always put in the continuing form V4 as our main verb. Okay, so V4 is what? V4 nothing but it is just V1 plus ing plus object or other words. Okay, now, so we just described present continuous tense. One thing I want to add you that some kind of verb we cannot take or we cannot use as a present continuing verb. Just like this way, if I say that I am believing you, that is wrong. If I say that I am helping you, that is wrong. If I say I am smelling it, it is wrong. If I say I am thinking about it, it is also wrong. So some kind of perceptions basis verb, if we take as a present continuing verb, or if we put them after auxiliary verb, it may be in present, it may be in past, it may be in future. That is wrong. So you have to think about that. Fine? Okay, now in the past continuous tense, friends, past means what had gone. That is called past. Okay, so continuing means in the past what we were doing. Okay, so the structure, yes, structure should be just like this way. I was singing a song. They were singing a song. We were singing a song. Just like this way, we can also use past continuous tense. Okay, in the parallel action means what? Friends, parallel action means, what is the meaning of parallel? Parallel means, if we take one practical example, the two lines of the railway track. Okay, two lines of a river. Okay, two lines of a road that never intersect each other. That is called what? That is called parallel line. So in our daily life, in our English grammar, what is the meaning of parallel action? Yes, parallel action means nothing but two or more than two pieces of work will have been doing simultaneously. That is called parallel action. So if we take just like this way, if we go through one market, okay, you just go through it, or you just want to see it, what is going on in the market. So you just go market. After entering the market, you just assume or you just see that in the right hand side, some kind of activities is going on. In the left hand side, some kind of activities is going on, but all are happening in the same pinch of time. All are happening in the same actions, in the same behavior. Fine? That is called parallel action. So now, friends, so whenever we take parallel action in the past, we use what? Past continuous tense. So in the past continuous tense, we always put our main structure. Fine. In the future continuous tense, what is that? See, in the future continuous tense, we always put subject, shall, will, plus be verb plus V1 plus ing. So now question arises, why we want to remember it? We have to think about that. Why we take be verb after shall or will? Why we cannot use shall, will plus V1 plus ing directly? See, there should be a reason, basic reason. See, friends, so whenever we use a modal verb, right? That is called what? There are 13 modal verbs in our whole English grammar. If we take can, could, shall, should, may, might, used to, ought to, need not, dare not, will, would, that is called ought to, that is called our modal verbs. So after modal verb, we always take V1 as our verb. Okay, so V1 as our verb. That's why in the future continuous tense, we put subject plus shall, will plus be. Be is the first form of verb, because in the continuous tense, we always taken as what? Continuing verb, that is B4. But After modal verb, we always put V1. That is the meaning of why we use be verb after shall or will in the future continuous tense. I believe all of you understood well. Concept is important. Okay. Don't need to mug it. You just think it why it is used, just like that. Yes, sometimes we just want to find the reasons why it is going on, but we cannot find it. Yes, some questions we cannot find answers. Okay, so you just think it about. After that, we have to choose what perfect tense. See, the perfect tense means, friends, what? It is nothing but it is just like tense to past. It is not the past, but tense to past. Just like this way, if you take one number line, that is 0, +1, +2, +3. Okay, that is -1, -2, -3. In the form of 0, you just put your present time. In the +1, +2, +3, you just took your future time. In the -1, -2, -3, you just take your past time. Fine. So now, friends, if we take 0 as a present tense, yes. What is the meaning of perfect tense? Perfect tense tends to past. Okay, it is nothing on the -1 and not the 0. That is called in between -1 and 0. In the mathematical way I just described you. Okay, so in a -1 and 0, whatever is going on, that is called what? Perfect tense, present perfect tense. So now present perfect tense means what? See, if I take one subject, after that have has our auxiliary verb, fine. Have has our auxiliary verb. After that, we always put V3, the past participle form of verb, V3 plus object plus other words. Fine. Okay. Now we just taken away one subject I. With I we always put what? We always put have. So I have done my work. So I have done my work. मैंने just एक काम को किया, আমি just এই কাজটা করলাম। তো ওখানে কি হচ্ছে? At that the moment we use present perfect tense. It is not the past, not the present. It is in between. Fine. Okay. Next, friends. First of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of past perfect tense. Yes, in the past tense, the whole operation is going on in the left hand side. Means -1, -2, -3 in the number line, in the timeline of our life. Fine. So now, if you take 1 point, -1, one work. If we take another point, -2, other work. Whenever we go through past of the past, that is called past perfect tense. That is called past perfect tense, past of the past. Now, what is the meaning of past of the past? In the past, if we take two pieces of work simultaneously, what had completed first? That is called what? That is called past perfect tense. Means just like this way, you just take two pieces of work simultaneously. Okay, just like the famous tag, ডাক্তার আসার আগে রোগী মারা গেল। ठीक है? What is the meaning of that in Hindi? डॉक्टर के आने के बाद वो पेशेंट मर गया. So if we take as a past perfect, the patient had died before the doctor came. First of all, we have to understand what had happened in the past. Okay, two works had been completed. What had completed first? That is called past perfect. What had completed in the second? That is called simple past. So if I take one equation, a structure, or of what? Past perfect tense, always remember that how many verb you have, how many work you have, the number of verb is equivalent to that. So past of the past means two piece of work simultaneously you had done. So two work means what? Two piece of verb. Two piece of verb means what? Two clauses. Two clauses means what? Two sentences. Means one is what? Principal clause, another is subordinate clause. Okay, it is just to go through. If our next class, I will explain it. What is the basic meaning of clause and the principal clause, subordinate clause. Fine. So now we just move forward with the tense also only. See, so meaning of past perfect tense. What? Past of the past. 2 clauses, 2 verb, 2 sentences. Or one, 2 verb, 2 sentences, or 2 clauses. Clauses means what? Part of the sentences. Fine. So now, if I take past of the past, means the patient had died before the doctor came. So the patient had died. First patient had died after the doctor had came. So first work had done, the patient had died. Yes, die is also a verb. Okay. So patient had died. After that, before the doctor came. Doctor came. Just like this way. Fine. So past perfect tense had gone. Now we go through our past perfect continuous tense. Okay, past perfect continuous is nothing but it is just like simultaneously we are doing 2 pieces of works. Okay, what had been continuing in the first and had completed first, that is called past perfect continuous. And in the second, we also put it present, sorry, past your simple past. Fine. Okay. Now, friends, we go through the structure. The subject plus had always taken as. Okay. Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing plus object or other words. That is the structure of past perfect continuous. So what should be the structure of past perfect? Yes. The structure of past perfect is just like this. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Okay. After that, subject plus V2 plus object. Okay. Fine. So now in the future perfect tense, see, future perfect tense, the structure should be just like this. Subject plus shall, will plus have plus V3 plus object. That is called future perfect tense. Means in the future, I will have done some work. Means in the future, मतलब मैं भविष्य में कोई काम करूंगी. Okay. আমি ভবিষ্যতে কোনো একটা কাজ করব, এই সময়ের মধ্যে কাজটা করব. That is called future perfect. Just like this way, if I take I shall have done this work by Monday, আমি মানডের মধ্যে এই কাজটা কমপ্লিট করব, বা मैं मंडे के अनुसार ये काम को कंप्लीट करूंगी. Okay, that is called future perfect tense. In the future perfect continuous, what should be? Future perfect continuous nothing but, friends, just you add one being after that V1 plus ing. Fine. Okay. Yes. So I think I left one tense that is called past perfect continuous. Yes. Yes, I will explain it right now. See, that is present perfect continuous. Okay. Present perfect continuous is nothing but, my dear friends, just like this way, you have taken one work and what is going on right now. आप कोई काम को 2 साल पहले just take किया, वो अभी तक चल रहा है. কোনো একটা কাজকে তুমি 2 বছর আগে থেকে করতেছো. ওকে, এখন ওই কাজটা এখন পর্যন্ত করতেছো. That is called present perfect continuous. Means a piece of work you had taken 2 years back. Okay, and it is just running on. That is called present perfect continuous. If you take one simple structure of that, just like this way, subject plus have, has plus been plus V1 plus ing plus object. In that case, we use 2 point of time. One is called point of time, another is called period of time. Okay, 2 preposition of time we should use in this whole tense. What is this? See, one is called point of time, means fixed time, and another is called not a fixed, it's variable or period of time. That is called, for fixed time we use since, for period of time we use for. Now question arises, what is the meaning of fixed time or point of time, and what is the meaning of period of time? Okay, see, friends, in the period of time, if we take one sinusoidal curve, fine, one sinusoidal curve, the whole curve is a period. You just take away, it is our life curve. Whole curve is just like one period. If I say to you that you just take 10 days from your whole life, you just taken any point, any 2 points, any 10 days from the whole curve. If I say to you that you just take 20th March 2008 from your this whole life cycle, you just take one simple fixed point. That is called since. What is this? In the mathematical way, if I say, see, if we take one curve or one line segment, it needs infinite number of points. Fine, infinite number of points. So if I draw one sinusoidal curve and the whole points denoted each of the point of time of our life. It may be 1947, it may be 2001, it may be 2002, it may be 16 October 2020, it may be 13 March 2021. Okay. If we take one point, then we put since. Just like I will give one example. If I take, I have been doing this work since morning. So morning is a point of time for me. I have been doing this work since 2017. 2017, there is a fixed point for me. If I say that I have been doing this work for 10 days, we do not know the fixed point. We do not know the first point. That is called period of time. That is called for. So in this whole sinusoidal curve, that is whole is called for. It may be 10 days, it may be 2 hours, it may be 15 days, it may be 7 years. The whole is called for. And the fixed points, it may be Sunday, it may be Monday, it may be morning, it may be evening, it may be 10th October. The whole is called what? That is called point of time. We should use since for them. Okay, so I believe all of you understood. Is just an overview, friends. The depth is just like ocean. It's just an overview. I believe all of you understood well, and thank you so much. If you like this class, like the teaching style, you just subscribe my channel and you just comment in the comment box what kind of improvement or feedbacks and what types of chapters we need. Any kind of chapters in English, also in our Tripura Civil Service exam, just like economics, just like general science, just like polity. What kind of subjects you want to teach for me? From me, you just comment. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.